What's up? So, what is the best beat making software? In my opinion, I just made a beat in like 10 minutes and it was real easy. It's Dream's PS4. It's about $40, I think, but it comes out February 14th. And you can make games, animations, music, and all sorts of things from the creators of Little Big Planet. So, this is me. If you end up getting it, follow me on here and subscribe to me on YouTube and check my channel playlist for the tutorials for the music section. Click on my channel name, then go into the playlist. And if you want to make anything else, the tutorials are there, even for making games, animations, and all sorts of other stuff. Art, you can make 3D models, sculptures. So let me just show you the beat making process and the beat that I made. Tell me if it's heat. Like I kid you not. So we have it. I'm going to show you how I made it and how to make the beat. The tab is going to pop up here. I'm also going to show you, tell you more methods of how to make this kind of thing. But the more technical stuff on how to make it with the proper code, well, it's not really code. It's a drag and drop something. It's real easy how to set it up. It's real easy. This right here is where you lay down the notes, and pretty much I have these things called signal generators. This is what makes the sound loop, and you can get it to loop in a set pattern, and you can control the speed that it loops, and you can make it pause whenever it hits the end. Then you can use these things called action recorders to change that kind of thing. You can also make these keyframes in action recorders change the pitch of the sound and turn on other effects while it's playing and while the timeline is playing. So like if this timeline hovers above this keyframe that changed something, then it will change that. I'm not sure exactly which one, what this keyframe is changing, but it should be the pitch. Yeah, it's the pitch. I can tell because it's kind of highlighted by the lines. So that's a keyframe that changes the pitch. And then there's other keyframes that are changing the chorus effect of the main melody. So the main melody is right here that you hear throughout the song, and then these keyframes change that to make it seem like the beat isn't the same beat over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Then we have other chords that are hooked up to the signal generator and are looping over and over again. And then we can go into piano roll and set those notes down. And then we have our 808s, the heartbeat. And then we have, I think this could be the clap, or it's a flute of some sort. There's a clap somewhere that's hooked up to the same signal generator as the main melody. That way, the signal generator pretty much makes everything stay on beat, like instantly. Like you don't have to set it down; it'll instantly stay on beat. That's why I use signal generators, and that's why everything is sounding so well matched together. So we also have our mix and master tool if we need to turn things up, and these if you need to EQ your stuff, then that's in these the tweak menu of any sound that you want to search up in the Dreamverse. You can also sort of import your own sounds. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like they want to make their own thing, and they did have it in the beginning, but they took that out. So I'm not sure if they're still letting people do that. But they still have. I have the tutorial up. So if you need to import your own sound, just make sure you can use it and make sure it's legal. You know what I'm saying? But it should be legal. But make sure. So this is how you make beats, and you can get these timelines to loop. You can put all this, you can put signal generators inside of the timeline, so that way they only start working whenever this playhead timeline is above it or playing through it. And I have this on loop, so this right here is what's changing the main melody right here, this timeline. And then we have keyframes in there, changing the settings in the tweak menu. And it's really just the signal generator, a different signal generator for each sound except for the clap in the main melody. And I have the signal generator plugged into the playhead when you go into piano roll view, so it's plugged into a playhead on the side over here. And then you can also plug it into the power to make it to where you see the signal generator gives off power while this is going up. So if this is all the way up right here, then that's whenever it's at max power, and whenever it's at a lower setting, this has lower power up here. It's kind of like dimming a light. So if you have this in the power of your sound, let's say we put it in the power of a power socket right here, then this will only have max power whenever this right here is all the way over here. And as it loses power, it'll actually make the sound reverse, sort of like a losing sound from the sound. But also, since this right here, the signal generator goes back and forth, it also makes the reverse effect, if that makes sense. So it's like an instant reverse effect, making it to where it's two different melodies almost instantly, because you have a signal generator hooked up to the playhead. Or you can just keep your sound on and have the signal generator plugged into the playhead, and then it'll always be on max power while this is going through it like that over and over again. So if we were to press play, you'd get a representation of what I'm talking about here. Here's the main melody, its signal generators going back and forth. So we'll go ahead and open up that signal generator for that one, if I can find it. Signal generator's right there. So you can see what it kind of looks like. Just so you can see what's going on. And it's really easy to like get your sounds in. So really all I did was use my ears, went to sound mode so I could lay down notes. Pressed R2. So I just did that until I found a pattern that I liked, and then we looped it with the signal generator plugged into the playhead. And then if I wanted a fade out effect, then I plugged it into the power. If I didn't, then I kept this sound on. This also has this thing called freeform view, where you can just use the controller. It's a little bit harder in my opinion. I found out this right here is just an easier way to do it. But you can do that also, and you can also do sampling sort of and all these other things. So check out my channel playlist for that stuff also. And I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. The keyframes and the animation stuff are right here, and then you would just click that, and then you would use this keyframe to record yourself changing stuff, as you can see over there with the keyframe. Or action recorder. I like using the keyframe. It's a lot more, it makes the fade-ins more smooth. So this is how you can make beats. It's the easiest software, like holy crap, no other software was working for me except for this. And you can do a whole lot of other things with Dreams PS4. Check out my channel playlist for the tutorials for those things. And here's one of the games that I'm working on. I'm working on a few. I have like 4 games that I'm working on. I made the animations also for the character. So you can see this right here is a really revolutionary game, and if you want to look up other people's sounds, so like right here, guys. So you got like a vast collection of sounds that you can work with whenever you are trying to make beats. And also search up 3D models that people made, so you can easily make, or faster make games than you would have been able to. and all sorts of other stuff. And my channel playlist will also show you guys the easiest ways that I've found on how to make games, animations, and stuff like that. Animating is pretty simple. It's just using a keyframe and go into whatever object you're going to animate, usually pressing L1 and X, then moving that, then putting it in a timeline. Reason it's not moving is because I have this character animated by something else, so it's harder to move it. Then put in the animation keyframes in a timeline. Then just check out my animation tutorial on how to do it. It's pretty simple. So you can make music videos for your music if you wanted to with animations. It's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. Hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and it's Dreams PS4 only for the PS4 right now. Check out my tutorials and subscribe to me on YouTube, and follow me on Dreams. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Peace out.